Rick, this is Carolyn McTh. I was supposed to meet Mary Ann D., one of the students here today, although the rest of them are on spring break, to discuss whether or not we would have also a 4:00 class. I talked with Judy about it, and I am going to convey to Mary Ann the results of that. Mary Ann D. has not attended the classes, with the exception of one or two, since after Christmas break. So I'm going to have a discussion with her about what we can and cannot do. And so that's why I am recording today during spring break. I was at home anyway, so I was going to have this conversation on our Zoom. The rest of the students are all on spring break. So you don't need to save this recording, I don't think. I'm going to wait about 10 or 15 minutes to see if she shows up, and if not, then Hello, Mary Ann. Hello, Mary Ann.
Hi.
I talked with Miss Judy about your request. She said that there are only 2 or 3 of these classes that even made after Christmas. The students did not show up for the classes, so they dropped them. My class is meeting and the advanced class is meeting and maybe one other class. So all of the classes, people just were not showing up after Christmas. She said we could not start another class this late. We only have probably maybe 5 more meetings. We're so far toward the end that she felt like that we would not be able to accomplish the last half of the year, the work that needed to be accomplished to give full credit. So she said it just would not, it would not work to do that. She said for next year, the lady that's going to be taking over the supervising the ELL classes, they were supposed to meet sometime this week to make some decisions, but because of COVID, she did not believe that they were going to offer any child care next year at all. They're going to try and go back in the classroom, but they're not going to try to offer any child care because of the contagious COVID with all the variants and everything that are coming out now. So it will be those people who can find their own child care. And I know that I think you were saying that that was kind of a problem for you, is our 6 o'clock meeting, having all the children at home. Was I understanding that correctly?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you a little short story about my own experience. I had a degree in education and I was working as a social worker. So I decided to go back to school and try and get my master's as a social worker. And I was a single parent. I had to pay my own child care. And my child was very young. He was a little bit older than your baby, but he was still very young, just a toddler. And something happened during that first year of working on my classes toward a master's. A friend of mine who was working on her master's in social work, her child had to have a tonsillectomy. And so she took the child to the hospital for that. Well, her husband was working on a law degree. She was working on a master's. So their child was living with grandparents while they were going to school. And that child had an allergic reaction to an anesthetic, and he came out of the surgery brain damaged. And so when that happened to my friend, I felt like that the Lord was saying that the end did not justify the means, that my child needed his mama at this particular time in his life. And so I quit working on my master's and went back later and went in education instead of in social work. It just was not working out for me to be away from my son all day and then in the evening too. So if you can't work out a child care plan to get involved in the language thing next year, it may be that you'll have to wait another year unless they decide to do Zoom. I don't know what will happen this summer, but it sounded like they wanted to get back in the classroom. Most of us older ones have gotten our shots. So that, you know, that's not going to be as much of an issue. But it does not look like they're going to add a class for one student. Now, today, since we're already made contact and I'm here at home, I can go over with you. Did you make out the grocery list that I talked to you about last time? Did you work on doing your own grocery list to go to the store and use English words?
يا بنات تعالي بقى ساعديني برضه. برونيكا. اوكي. هي بيبقى فاهمين هي قالت ايه.
أول قالت في ناس كتيرة ما راحتش على لسون تاني since Christmas لحد دلوقتي.
اوكي.
بس اوكي
قولي لها انت كده يعني كده every week هفتح or no?
Does that mean every week she'll open at 4 o'clock Thursday?
No, this week only.
No.
This week only because the others are on spring break. We only have about 4 or 5 more lessons. I could not finish half of the year with you in 4 or 5 lessons. I could only maybe do 1 chapter. And what I was going to do is, since we are already meeting this afternoon, if you wanted me to go over some work with you, I will go over some work with you to help you with vocabulary and things. But I can't continue to do this because I have a class at 6.
تفتح كل Thursday 6 o'clock. Right? Okay. It's now. هناخد ايه؟
What page is she supposed to go on?
Well, last week I asked her to make out a grocery list, her own personal grocery list, like she was getting ready to go to the grocery store and what she needed to get at the grocery store, put it on a list. So when she got to the store, she would have her list in her hand of what she needed to get. Did she make a grocery list?
No, she did not.
Okay. Let's in that unit on food, did you do any of those assignments about food? That's in chapter 8. We were on page, we did 146. We did 147 together. And we did 148 together. We did 150, and that's when we got to the grocery list. And I asked you to make a grocery list for this week. Now there is one place that I wanted us to read together about food safety. Okay. If you look on page 152,
Okay.
You will see across the top some foods. You will see a cabinet and you will see a refrigerator. And the exercise is what things go in the freezer or the refrigerator or the cabinets. Where would you put things in your house? So
Okay.
the first thing in the list is this can. It's a can and it says on
Cans.
there beans. It's a can of beans.
Beans.
Okay. Is it going to go in the cabinet or is it going to go in the refrigerator?
Captain.
Okay, in the cabinet.
Captains.
So are you going to put it up high or are you going to put it down low in the cabinet?
Okay. Next one. It's orange.
The oranges are going to go where?
Sometime
You could
I
put
would-
the oranges in the lower part of the cabinet or on top of the counter. But what about the can of beans?
Counter.
Where are you going to put the can of beans?
beans. Captains.
Right, in the cabinet. The top part or the bottom part?
Down.
Okay, you can put it down.
Yeah.
Now, what kinds of things would we need to put in the top part of the cabinet? What could the children get into and make a big mess? If you put it in the bottom, look at the list of things across here. How about the cereal? Do children like to get
Cereal.
into the box of cereal?
Yeah.
If you put it up high, they're less likely to get into it. What else might need to go up high? What about soap? What about soap and cleansers to keep them away
Captain.
from the children?
Top captains.
Yes, need to put those things up. Okay, so we did the oranges and the beans. We talked about cereal like need to go up. Where does the milk need to go? You see in the blue carton? Where will the milk need to go?
Fridge.
Right, in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because of spoilage, you need to keep it refrigerated. On the milk, there is a date stamped. Notice the picture down here? Okay, that is a sell-by date. Okay, that means if you go to the refrigerator at the grocery store and the date is the same day that you are there, that milk will only be good for about 2 more days or 3. On the next page, we're going to read about food safety. And we're going to talk about how long things are good for by the dates that are on them. Okay?
Yeah, October 14th.
Yeah, October the 14th. So you've got a couple of days to use that, but it's better if you buy milk that has a date further out so that you have more time to use it. Now, with your family of 3 children, you probably use 1 gallon a day, don't you? Do you use a whole jug of milk every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 The next thing here is this chicken. You see the chicken legs?
Yeah, freezer.
Okay. In the freezer, yes. Unless you're going to use it that day, the meat needs to go in the freezer. Eggs. The carton of eggs
Fridge.
in the refrigerator. That's right. What about this carton that's brown and it says something on it? What does it say on it?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Where does that
Yeah,
need to go?
freezer.
In the freezer. That's correct. And then there's a plastic bag here that has something in it. Where would you put that? It looks like
Potatoes or potatoes.
it looks like cookies.
Potatoes, right?
Looks like
Cookies.
cookies in that bag. So are
Okay.
you going to put that down where the
It's
children can get their hands on it or not?
Yeah, it's counter.
You're going to let the children eat those up?
Counter.
The counter. If you put it on the counter, the children can get into it, right? Do you want the children in the cookies?
Yeah.
Well, that has a lot of sugar in it. So most mamas want to put that up high where they have some control over when the children get the cookies. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to read to you some information on the next page about eating fresh. Be sure your food is fresh when you buy it. Be sure it's fresh when you take it out of the refrigerator to use it. So on 153, I'm going to read this information to you. Do you buy fresh food? Are you sure? Be careful. Stores sometimes sell old food. Check the dates. How long can you keep your food at home? Here are some tips. Milk. We were just talking about milk. So here is their information. It is good for 2 to sometimes 10 days after the sale by date. So if you have a real good refrigerator that keeps it real good and cold, you may be able to keep it as much as 10 days. But when it gets out to about 7 days, you need to start smelling it and tasting it before you give it to the children to be sure it's not spoiled.
Okay.
Okay, eggs. When you buy eggs at the store, they are good for 3 to 5 weeks after their sell-by date if you keep them in the refrigerator. Just keep them in the refrigerator. Not if they're cracked. Now, if the eggs are cracked, they go bad fast. You need to get rid of those. They get food poisoning in them called salmonella. So don't keep cracked eggs. Throw those away. Chicken is different. The sell-by date on chicken is information for the store. The refrigerators in stores are very cold, but your home refrigerator isn't as cold. Cook or freeze chicken a day or 2 after you buy it. You can keep chicken in the freezer for as long as 1 year, 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay, some food like canned food doesn't have a sell-by date, but it isn't good forever. Try to use your canned foods in 12 months from the time you buy it. Now, I have some canned goods that says it's going to be good until 2023.
Oh.
Let me get a can. I always like to keep a can of evaporated milk in my cabinet in case I run out at home. I can cook with it. This sale by date is, get it turned right side up, August of 21. So my can of milk is only good until this August, and then I need to throw it away.
Yeah.
This spinach can says it's good until November of 2023. So I've got 2 more years to use this. But if it does not have a sell by date stamped on here, this is stamped in black letters on the can.
Mhm.
If you open it up and it has changed color, it doesn't have that bright green look to it. If it looks dark, like almost black, don't use it.
Okay.
And that's why it's not good to get dented cans, because they can get a little tiny pinhole and it can cause food to spoil inside. It's best if your cans don't have any dents in them. Okay, so we talked about canned food, we talked about chicken, we talked about eggs. So now we have some questions on page 153 to answer. Read the article again. What is the main idea? Is the main idea of the article, make sure your food is fresh, check the dates, or is it put your food in the right place, keep milk in the refrigerator? So what is the main idea of the little thing that I just read to you?
What is the main idea?
Is it A or B?
Make sure your food is fresh. Check number 1.
Yes, that's
Number A,
correct.
sorry.
That's fine. Read these sentences, circle true or false. You read the sentences and tell me whether it's true or false.
Okay. It's true. Sometimes sell old food. No, false.
Yes, it is true. It is true.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will put things with an expiration date into a big bin and you can buy those things at a cheaper price. Sometimes they do that. You have to watch what you pick up and check those dates. Okay?
Okay.
Number 2.
It's okay to use. It's okay to use milk 2 days after it's sale by date. Yes. True.
Yes, that's true.
Mhm. It's okay to keep eggs on the counter for 3 weeks. No, false.
That's false. That's good.
False, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's okay to keep chicken in the fridge for a week. I think no.
That's right. It's false.
False.
Yes. If it's going to be a week before you use it, you need to put it in the freezer.
Yes.
Okay, number 5.
Canned food is good for 1 year. Yes, true.
Good. Good, good.
Thank you.
Okay, then they talk about ordering food at a restaurant, but I want to have you look. This was something that was difficult for the other students, so I want to bring it to your attention. This is on page 155. Up at the top, 155, 155.
Yes.
Okay, it says, listen,
Mhm.
notice the pronunciation of I like and I'd like. So
No.
it says, I like coffee, I'd like coffee. Sometimes if you work at a restaurant, it will sound like people are saying, I like coffee. What they are saying is, I would like coffee. So it is spelled I apostrophe D. That is, I would like coffee. So if you hear someone say, I like coffee, ask them, do you want some coffee? Because you may not have heard the D. I'd like coffee. That means they're ordering coffee. And that's confusing to students who are just learning the language because they don't hear the D sound when the person pronounces it, especially in the South. Okay, I like yogurt, or I'd like yogurt. Do you see the I apostrophe D? I apostrophe
Yes.
D, I'm ordering a yogurt. I would like to have a yogurt, is what that means.
Okay.
Okay, so do you
Yes. It's
understand
D
now?
like word. Yeah. I
It-
I uh, I will I would I wait. I would, right?
I'd like yogurt.
I'd like I would, right?
Yes, that's right. It means the same thing as I would like.
WOLD.
It's WOULD.
D. Yes. Okay.
WOULD. I would like
OULD.
coffee.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm sharing that contraction with you, especially because it's difficult to hear, but it means they're trying to order that object, that food.
Mhm.
So do you understand why I was sharing
Okay.
that with you?
Yes, I'm understand.
Okay, on page 156, excuse me, in the purple box at the top, when you're trying to make a choice, you're at a restaurant and you're trying to make a choice. Would you like coffee or tea? How would you answer that question? Look over there at the little box to the side.
Tea, please.
Tea, please, or coffee, please.
Yes.
Do you want a large soda or a small soda?
I want large soda, or I
Okay.
want small soda.
Okay, good. Some questions with or are choice questions. Answer with your choice. Do not say yes or no. So if they put in the or, if you say yes, you have not answered the question whether you wanted the small or the large. You need to tell them the small one or the large one, whatever your choice is. So do you understand that? Using the word or. Okay. Complete the questions. Use the words in the parentheses. So, number 1, do you want, and you see the words underneath in blue?
Yes. Soda.
Okay.
No,
Do you want
salt.
chicken soup or salad? Do you see in A where it says, do you want?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you need to phrase it.
Chicken soup.
Or, oh, you wanted chicken soup. Okay. But you need to make the question, finish the question. So you take number 2. I showed you how to do number 1.
Okay. Would you like a fish sandwich or a hamburger?
Very good. And you would answer that how?
A fish sandwich.
Okay, a fish sandwich, please. Thank you. Number 3, do you want fries or a baked potato? I did that one for you.
A fries.
A fries, okay. Number 4, you make the question.
Okay. Do you want soda or juice?
Okay.
I want
How would you
soda.
answer? Okay. Number 5,
soda.
would you like
Soda, please.
ice cream or apple pie? Now, ice cream is my favorite, so I would always say ice cream.
Ice cream, please.
So you understand, and you notice how, this over here with the arrows. In choice questions with or, the voice always goes up on the first choice, down on the last. So, do you want chicken, soup, or salad? Would you like a fish sandwich or a hamburger? Do you want fries or a baked potato? Do you see how my voice goes up with the first choice, down with the second choice?
Okay.
Do you want soda or juice? Okay. Do it on number 5. You ask the question.
Okay. Would you like ice cream or apple pie?
Pie. Apple pie.
Right? Okay. Pie. Apple pie. I want ice cream, please.
The word ice cream goes up, apple pie comes down. Okay. Let's look on page 157. We're going to do some comparison shopping. The red at the top says Farmer Tom's, and across the yellow says Country Market. So we're looking at the prices.
Okay.
So Farmer Tom's have chicken legs for how much?
Farmer's Thomas.
Okay, Farmer Tom's has chicken legs. How much is he charging for his chicken legs?
$2.99.
Okay, so at Country Market, how much are they?
It's $3.29.
Okay, so which one's cheaper?
$2.99.
$2.99. So this one's cheaper. In the bananas, read me the price at Farmer Tom's for bananas.
69 cents.
69 cents. So how much is it at Country Market?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
99 cents. So that's 30 cents more
99 cents.
at
Where?
the Country Market.
Farmers.
Okay. So
Okay.
the
99.
yogurt at Farmer Tom's is how much?
It's 279.
$2.79. How much is the yogurt at Country Market?
Where I
$3.
see, I don't see where.
It's right here where my finger is.
Where?
$3.85.
$3.95.
85. 85 cents.
85.
So which one is cheaper?
Okay.
This is $2. This is $3. Which one's cheaper?
It's two.
Farmer Tom's.
270.
Farmer Tom's is cheaper. It's only $2
Yeah.
something. Country Market is 3 something. Let's look at the apples. How much are they at Farmer Tom's?
149.
Okay. How much are they at Country
149.
Market? $1.99. So who's winning on the cheapest?
What?
Farmer Tom's is the cheapest so far. The only thing Farmer Tom's was more expensive on, look at the bread. Farmer Tom's is how much?
Oh, 3.90.
$3.19. How much is it at Country Market? So Country Market's cheaper on their bread than Farmer Tom's, but Farmer Tom is cheaper on everything else.
I think 40.
Okay. So I just did all of this right here. We just went through all of that together.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't point to all those words down there.
Okay.
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 We just went through the advertising thing together.
Okay.
Okay. On page 158. On page 158.
Okay.
This article up here. I want you to read for me the things that it says. It's real short. I want you to read for me the things it says. Tips to stay healthy.
Okay. Don't eat a lot of fat.
Okay.
Don't eat a lot of sodium.
Uh-huh.
Don't eat a lot of sugar.
Okay.
So
the broccoli, that
12.
green thing that looks like a little tree,
Mm-hmm.
it says how many calories?
12.
12 calories. For a hamburger is how much?
Yeah. Oh, 300.
Yes, 300.
A lot.
Beef has a lot of fat in it, and fat is high in calories. 2 slices of bread, and buns have more bread in them than just a slice of bread. So it doesn't take long for your calorie count to go up on sandwiches. So read this little bit. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines right there. Read the last little 5 lines.
Okay. Okay. Eat the right number of calories. How many calories can you eat? Every person is different. Take to a doctor or nurse.
Okay, that first word in the last line,
Look
That's-
at
talk. Talk to a doctor or nurse.
talk. Talk.
Talk. For
Okay.
your height, your weight, all of that, the
Talk.
doctor recommend how many calories you should eat a day. But I'm sure with, you have 3 children, right? You use a lot of calories
Yes.
every day, I'm sure, taking care of the children. So looking at the things in this first row, tell me the things that are best for you to eat off of this row. What things are going to be low in sodium, low in sugar, low in fat to eat on the first row?
Low is banana.
No,
Apple
first row, the
juice.
first row, the one across the top.
You, beans, green beans.
The green beans. That's right. Now you're right on this
Green.
row.
Yes.
Bananas are going to be good for you because they have potassium and other vitamins and minerals. So what's going to be the big problem with the apple juice? A
Apple
lot
juice
of
is low.
a lot of fruit juice companies add extra sugar to the juices.
Yes.
It would be better
Yes.
to drink the fruit juice than a soda. It would be better to do the fruit juice than a sundae, but it's still, in comparison with the banana, is going to be higher in sugar. So pudding has milk in it, so pudding would also be a good low-calorie choice. French fries is not a good low-calorie choice
Ice cream.
because of the fat. They fry it, they deep fry it, and there's
Yes.
too much fat. Potatoes just seem to absorb that fat in a fryer.
Yeah.
And then, you know what they do in restaurants? I used to work in a restaurant. They drowned it in salt, hoping to absorb the grease to keep it from tasting greasy. So then you've got fat and sodium in the French fries, also in potato chips.
Yes.
Okay, that's all that I wanted to really cover. They have, on most foods, they have labels that will tell you how much fat, how much sodium, how many sugars, what the net weight, what one serving size is. You can find that on most packaging in the store as to what things are high in salt, high in sugars, those kinds of things. Sometimes you need to comparison shop. Sometimes you just need to watch and get something that's lower. Like they show you down here with the juice and the soda pop. Look at the sugars and the soda pop.
Yes.
And then look at the sugar in the fruit juice. The fruit juice is almost exactly 1/2 what the soda pop is. So it's better to drink a juice than a soda pop. But the fruit juice is going to be higher in sugar than just a piece of fruit. Okay, I'm going to leave you to finish working on that unit on your own. I want to back up to number 6. I don't think you were here when we did the furniture. And the reason I want to get to the furniture is because I want to get to the smoke alarm for the safety issue thing. Do you know what a smoke alarm is?
Smoke. Smoke.
Smoke?
Smoke. Eh?
Okay.
Smoke. No.
Let's look first at the furniture in different rooms, and then we'll get to the smoke alarm. Look at the kitchen on page 106.
Smoke alarm.
Okay. What is this appliance over here on that wall? What is this right here?
Oh,
Number 2.
this 106.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Does it have a
Is this
picture like
one?
this? Nope.
No.
Are you in the
106.
textbook or the workbook?
1 second. Yes, the one. This one? Yeah. I
Okay.
get you.
So number 2 is what?
Number 2. I don't name this.
Stove.
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 Dove
where
or
you
stove?
cook. That's a stove. Stove.
Stove.
Over here on the side where the number 1 is,
Stove.
what is that?
Skin, I think.
Sink. It's a sink.
Sink.
Okay. Number 3.
Microwave.
Yes. And over here, number 4.
A fridge.
A refrigerator. Now, down here, it doesn't have a number. It's next to the sink. What is this white appliance right here?
Washer.
Dishwasher. It is a washer, but it's a dishwasher. There's another washer that goes in the utility room that is a clothes washer. So we have a dishwasher, we have a clothes washer. Okay.
Okay. Dishwasher. Okay.
All right. This is supposed to be a living room. And
yes.
Number 7 is what?
Number 7.
Number 7 in the.
I don't remember.
It's a lamp, but it's either a floor lamp or a pole lamp. See it, the long pole that goes clear to the floor? Some people call them a floor lamp. Some people call them a pole lamp because they're tall. Floor lamp or pole lamp. Now they have small table lamps, but they don't have one in this picture. So this right here is what? Number 8.
A sofa.
A sofa. Now this one only has 2 cushions. So at my house, I have one that has 3 cushions. That's the sofa. I have one with 2 cushions. That's the love seat. That means just 2 people can sit on it. If it's short and only 2 people can sit there, I call that a love seat.
seat,
Okay, B.
love seat, three.
Three cushions I call a sofa
Okay.
because more than two people can sit there. Two cushions, we call it a love seat. Usually a husband and wife sit together. Two cushions. Okay. The picture B.
Okay.
This is a dining room.
Table,
There's a table,
dining room, yeah.
dining room, table. And what goes around the table?
Chair,
Chairs. Now, there's a piece
chairs.
of furniture over here to the side. Can you see it?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
call that a buffet and hutch. The counterpart is where people can set food for people to get food on their plate to go to the table. It also stores dishes, and in some of the cabinets down here on the bottom, tablecloths and placemats and things to set your table for a meal. Candles, maybe. So this piece of furniture over here that's tall is called a buffet and hutch. Okay, let's go ahead and get this bedroom before we go back to the other picture. Can you tell me what you see in this picture?
Bed. Bed. Sorry.
Number 9.
Oh.
What is number 9? This big
Bed,
brown thing. The dresser has drawers. You pull the drawers out. You keep socks and underwear, sweaters in there.
Yes.
Okay. 10 is?
Yes.
Number 10?
Bed.
Bed. 11 is probably what?
Blanket or bed?
It's the closet. 11 is the closet.
The door.
That's the door.
Closet. Oh, okay. Closet.
And you see on this little table, that's called a table lamp. Remember we saw the pole lamp or the
table lamp.
Yeah, table lamp on the nightstand. That's the little table sitting next to the bed is called a nightstand.
Okay.
People keep their alarm clock there. If they need water in the night, they put a glass of water there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, what was the other picture over here on the other side that we didn't get to? Oh, yes, the bathroom. Okay. Number 12 is what?
I don't know.
It's a shower.
Shower.
Shower. Down here, it's called something else. Down here, it's called a bathtub.
Or toilet.
Bathtub. Shower.
Okay.
What's 14?
Flower.
It's the toilet. See this toilet right here? Where you go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again. The shower is when you have a nozzle up here that hits you about the forehead about the face. That's the shower. Then there is a bathtub that you
Okay,
put the
this
children
shower.
in usually to get them washed. Then this is a toilet.
Okay.
Okay. And there's usually a sink in the bathroom to wash your face and hands.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do houses always have a dining room? My house does not have a dining room. My dining table is in the kitchen with my stove, my refrigerator, my dishwasher, my sink. I don't have a separate room for my dining room. So
I
if
have
you
dining room.
have a dining room, good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good place also for the children to do their homework and things, is at the dining room table.
Yes.
I wanted to get to the smoke alarm, so I'm going to have you go to page 112.
Okay.
So it says, look at the pictures and complete the sentences. Use the words in the box. So we've got some words up here in this box. In the first sentence, it says, there's a fire in the apartment. Notice the trash basket with flames
Yes.
coming out.
Yes. Fire.
Okay, number 2.
Which
Read
is
number 2 for
there a
me.
lot of smoke alarm
Yeah, there's a
or
lot
smoke.
of smoke. A lot of smoke.
Smoke.
Smoke. The smoke comes off
Smoke.
of the fire. Okay, now then, number 3.
The goes off.
The smoke alarm goes off. The smoke alarm goes off. Okay,
Oh.
number 4. A neighbor sees the smoke and calls 911 for the fire department. What does the smoke alarm do? It makes a loud beeping or screaming noise to wake people up. If there's a fire in the house and people are asleep, they will die. So we needed something to help people get out of the house when there's a fire.
Yes.
So turn to page 113. 113, the smoke alarm.
Yes.
A smoke alarm is a lifesaver. Every year in the U.S., about 16,000 people get hurt because of fire in their home. About 3,200 people get killed every year because of fire in the home. Smoke alarms can keep you safe. Where should you put the smoke alarm? Put one smoke alarm near the bedroom area. If your bedrooms are all in the hallway, put the smoke alarm in the hallway. You can also put smoke alarms in the living room or other rooms, but don't put an alarm in your kitchen.
No.
It will go off when you cook. When should you check the smoke alarm? Does your smoke alarm work? How do you know? Check the alarm every month. To check an alarm, push the test button and listen for the alarm sound. When should you change the batteries? There are batteries inside of the smoke alarm. Change the batteries every year, but if your alarm makes a chirping sound, like it goes chirp, put in a new battery right away. Your smoke alarm can't help you if they don't work. So do you know what the smoke alarm is for now? Do you know what the smoke alarm helps tell you? There's a fire in the
Yes.
house. And you need to get your children and get out. If the smoke alarm goes off. Do you have a smoke alarm in your house?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Have you ever heard it go off? Did you ever hear the sound it makes?
Yeah,
Okay.
when
Do you know what it
change the
sounds like?
battery up. Yeah. Cheat, cheat.
Okay. This unit, I think, came in on the evening we were doing directions. So you were all confused about doing directions. Directions are very difficult to do. I'm not going to try and do that with you tonight because we simply don't have time to do that. I wanted to cover some things that might help you do some of the exercises on your own to work on these chapters by yourself. But I'm not going to go over the directions part. I think it's too difficult. I think you got frustrated that evening. We were doing those exercises. So here's what I want to do. The other chapter you missed was Day After Day, chapter 7. So turn to page 126.
126.
126.
Okay.
Number 1.
I got
Which of these pictures do you know? Number 1. What one is that?
Number 4 is eat breakfast. Number 8. Mama.
Number 1.
Number 1.
When you
Which usually speak up.
he's waking
Speak
up.
up.
Yes. He's getting ready to get out of
Yeah.
bed. Number 2.
Take a shower.
He's getting a shower. I have to brush my teeth first. I cannot stand that taste in my mouth. Before I take a shower, I always have to brush my teeth. Okay,
Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3. Where?
I think he's getting dressed, isn't he?
Number 3. I have this.
Yes.
It's different picture.
It's a different picture. It says 8:30 a.m. He's doing his cuffs. He's buttoning the cuffs. And number 4, he's putting milk on his.
Number 4. Yeah. Yeah.
Number 4, he's fixing breakfast, maybe? Eating breakfast? What does your number 3 say?
Yes, eat breakfast.
See, in daily activities, number 1, get up. Number 2, take a shower. Number 3, is it get dressed?
Get to work. Number 5.
Number 5, go to work. Yes. Number 4 was eat breakfast. Number 6 is what?
Number 6, get home. I said.
Get home. Number 7.
Okay.
That's back over on the other page.
7, exercise.
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 Number 8.
Yes. Number 8, cook dinner.
Yes, cooking dinner.
Number 9. Number 9,
Yes.
eat dinner.
He's
Number
eating dinner.
10.
Is he doing something else while he's eating dinner? Looks like he's opening the mail.
10,
He picked up the mail on
wash
his way
the
in, and he's
dishes.
looking through his mail. Okay,
Yes.
number 10. Number 10 is
Number 10, wash the dishes.
wash the dishes. And number 11,
Yeah. Number 11, watch TV.
watching TV. Number 12,
Go to sleep.
yes, time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
His day looks very different than most of my other students. Do you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, or do you get up earlier than that?
Every day. I get to work 7 o'clock. Me,
Because one
I
of the
don't.
things that the exercises
big up.
in the unit will ask you to do is to make out your own schedule. So what time would you get up? Do you get up at 7? Do you get up at 6? What time do you get up?
Me?
You get up at 8? You don't have to get children off to school?
Get to 4 or 6 or 7.
Get up about 6?
Yeah.
Do you get your
It's
shower
4
before you get the children
with
up,
my
or you
husband
wait and take your
and
shower after they go to school?
my kids.
She doesn't drop us off school. My sister doesn't go to school. I go to the bus for school. She just stays with my brother home so she can sleep.
Okay, what time do you have to be at the bus? What time do you have to leave the house to catch the bus?
8.
I go 8:02 or 8:01.
8:02 or 8:01, you walk out to the bus?
Mm-hmm.
So mom would have time to get a shower before you go off to school.
If she's not tired enough, because sometimes she has to wake up at 4 o'clock, 5, 6, and 7 for my brother or my dad.
I see. Okay, so you'll have to do a schedule for your book. This says this fellow doesn't leave the house until 9 o'clock to go to work. So he spends a whole hour getting ready to leave. He doesn't get back home until 7:15 in the evening. What time do you get off from school? What's your daughter's name?
It's for Veronica.
About 4 o'clock she gets home from school.
Yeah, she come back school is 4 o'clock.
Uh-huh. So what time do you all get through with supper?
Veronica,
Do you have
come
supper
here
at
one
5 or at 6?
I understand.
What did you say?
What time do you have supper? What time do you eat dinner or supper, your evening meal? This fellow doesn't eat
It's
until
probably at
9:15 at night.
6:30.
About 5:30?
No, we eat at 6:30 or something because my dad comes
Oh, at
home at 6:30.
6:30. Okay. So what time do you have to be to
Yeah,
bed for school the next day? 8 o'clock?
For me, 9 something or just 9 o'clock.
Okay. About 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I had something written down for do and does. We have some grammar I need to go over with you. What do you do in your free time? Do you know what free time is?
How many to what
Do
ticket?
you play soccer?
I don't have free time. I don't have free
You don't
time.
have free time.
No.
You don't get to play soccer or play with the children outside? Do you take the baby for a walk in the stroller while the kids are gone to school?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes she goes on a walk with her friend.
Uh-huh. Okay, we're going to look at some grammar on page 130. Page 130, some grammar up at the top.
Till
When does Marianne work? Every day. When does
yes.
she
When
get
does
home?
she work? When does she get home?
At 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
When do
When
you
do
have
you?
class? Are you gone? Marianne, can you hear me? I see you're trying to connect. There you are. Marianne, can you hear me? I can see you shaking your head, but I can't hear you. You're mute. Can you unmute?
Yeah. No.
Okay. We use the word does for singular, for one person. If we have two people, we use do. For singular, we use the word does.
I don't hear you.
When does Sam work? When does she get home? So we're using does because it's one person. When do you have class? So we use do when it's more than one. So in the next section, it says, what time does the movie start? At 6. It's singular, one movie. What time does it start? One thing, at 6 o'clock. Okay, the last one. What do they have for dinner? They is more than one. So we use the word do. Also, we need to watch out for things like if someone is having class or working Monday to Friday, we say from Monday to Friday. We use from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. If it's always on a Monday, we say every Monday. Okay, Marianne, if we get disconnected again, we're probably just going to quit. We are at 5:30. That's about an hour and a half. We need to try to do this exercise to use these prepositions. Prepositions are very important in English. It tells us, gives us information about where we are, what time it is, what days of the week. So let's start with sentence number 1. Alicia starts work at, that's a preposition, at 8. On is a preposition, so it's at 8 o'clock on Mondays.
Monday.
Okay, so number 2, you do that one. She works.
She works from Monday and Friday.
To Friday, T-O. Works from Monday to Friday.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, try number 3.
Number 3. Sure. Friday.
On
What?
Fridays, she has dinner with her father. They eat at 7 o'clock. So we needed the word on and at.
At 7. Yeah.
Right. 8. Yeah. So try number 4.
Elika has English class at 10 to 12.
Okay, so Alicia has English class from F-R-O-M, from 10 o'clock to T-O, 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
On Saturday.
Okay, number 5, she meets her friends at the mall at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, at
So
3 o'clock.
it should be at for 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
AT.
On Saturday,
She plays soccer when? At 11, AT. She plays soccer at AT 11 o'clock.
Okay.
She
Number
watches
7.
TV from 9 o'clock
On
to 11 o'clock.
from 2 11 o'clock. She goes to sleep at 11:30.
Very good. Okay, now there'll be some other exercises in your other book that will be just like this. So let me pull up that chapter. Day after day. Okay, if you look in your workbook on page 76 and 77, you will have more exercises just like the ones we just did. And that will help you practice using those prepositional words. We've covered a lot of ground today. We have done parts of 3 chapters.
Yes.
I hope I have given you enough grammar. I hope I've given you enough vocabulary that you can do some of these exercises on your own. But we keep our connection keeps breaking up. So I think that we need to go. And I hope that you will continue your work as you can. I know it's very difficult when you don't have someone to help give you direction, but I just can't give you another day at a different time.
Yeah, I hope. I think it's problem in network.